Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and not wait till it's Monday on the Tuesday show with Ted and CJ. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and not wait till it's Monday on the Tuesday show with Ted and CJ. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and not wait till it's Monday on the Tuesday show with Ted and CJ. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and not wait till it's Monday on the Tuesday show with Ted and CJ.
It's all gone wrong.
There we go. Now it's working.
We are working. All right.
My shortcut button on my Stream Deck stopped working, so now I'm very confused as to what I need to do about that. Like right now, live in the show, because I get the impression that nothing's working right now.
We do appear to be on YouTube, so
we're on. Just I have to click things with my mouse instead of using shortcut buttons now, which is a real pain.
Right, okay.
I'm not going to lie.
Is there a way of fixing it?
Probably, but yeah.
Okay.
Give me a minute. Give me a minute. It shouldn't show up on the stream. No, we're good. So why is that doing that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Now it's working. There we go. Right. Okay. For some, my Stream Deck decided to have a moment, apparently. So.
Okay.
Oh, and now I can hear myself through your microphone.
Yes. Yeah, that's just me confusing matters even further.
Good work.
Yeah.
Take a week off.
Doing my utmost to make matters worse.
Yeah. Take a week off and it all goes to shit.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's true. We weren't here last week, were we?
We weren't, no. Because no, we weren't.
No.
No, and I just got to...
That had me confused then.
Yeah, I've just got to check everything's working. Yeah, we're good. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. We're working. Yeah.
We are.
And now we're back to our regularly scheduled programme. Hello, everybody. Yes. I'm CJ, he's Ted. Welcome to the Tuesday show on a Friday night, where we talk whatever nonsense we want to talk about while Ted looks at his phone.
I'm looking at my phone, actually. I'm looking at my laptop. I'm trying to... I'm multitasking, but not incredibly well. Because I was trying to get things working. So we are live on the TikTok.
You're trying to do the TikTok thing.
Yes, which is in of itself is fine. It's just I
can actually no, I can't do that from here, not without spending a load of money. Money that I do not want to spend. I'm going to say I don't have it. I just don't want to spend it. Streamlabs Ultra, right? So we stream through using Streamlabs. And we stream just to YouTube through Streamlabs, and then Ted does some magic thing where we can put it onto TikTok. And we can stream to TikTok from Streamlabs, but it will cost us like $27 a month for the privilege. I'm not going to lie, that's a lot of money for something that we're going to use once a week. Nah, I'm good. I won't pay it. If someone wants to donate it to us, though, then I won't say no. No, stunned silence. Okay, good. Thanks, everybody. That was the Tuesday show with CJ and Ted. See you next week.
Yeah. Yeah, so you keep talking.
Okay.
That's all I'm going to say.
Fine.
Once I correct this slight thing.
So, okay, fine. So I'll be you for a moment then. So CJ, how are you doing? you know what, bud? I'm doing really well. It's Friday night, just gone 11 o'clock. We've had technical issues to start the show, so what a way to start. It's been a really busy week at work. Just because it's a busy week at work. I can't really talk about that, super secret squirrel stuff. And apart from that, I'm still ginger. I did put a really good, good picture on Facebook. So I bought some it's called ginger preserve, and it's like jam and just made out of ginger. And I've been using, using that and putting it on toast. It's actually really, really nice. But I was like, ginger preserve. So I took a photo of it, posted it to Facebook with the caption of "Fuck you, I'm going to live forever." And only a handful of people understood it.
Okay.
That's my not funny story for today.
Yeah, I see. I wouldn't have understood that.
Because it preserves gingers, and I'm a ginger. It's shit when you have to explain it.
Yeah.
It's shit when you have to explain it to someone who's not paying attention.
Well, yes.
Right, you keep doing you. It's fine. I'll keep talking for a moment. What else is going on? What's in the news this week? I guess Donald Trump's doing Donald Trump stuff.
Yep.
Wasn't there a thing about tariffs? Was it import tariffs or export tariffs?
Yeah, that's right. Tariffs. And
that's now been delayed or postponed or something? So I saw some pictures from Canadian supermarkets that have basically taken anything off the shelf that isn't Canadian and replaced it with signs that just say "Buy Canadian," which is a really nice thing, I think. But apparently, then I saw another one earlier on today, actually, where they've just said all superstores are still boycotting foreign products, even though the import tariffs have been postponed or something. That was that bit of news that I could think of.
Yeah.
Only 6 months after it happened, I watched the Donald Trump speech where he says "drill, baby, drill," and everyone starts chanting it in the background.
Oh, right.
Never didn't even know that was a thing until someone pointed it out to me. Because they wanted me to make a meme of it for a presentation for work. I was like, okay. Literally, my boss called me up and he was like, DJ, I need you. I'm like, yeah. I'm really busy, but yeah. And he's like, I need your creative skills. And I was like, okay, everything else has been put down. I shall do something creative instead of IT. And he was just like, oh, have you seen the Donald Trump thing, drill, baby, drill? And I'm like, nope, no idea what you're talking about. So he then showed me the video. And I was like, okay. And he goes, well, because he's the finance director. Mm-hmm. He's like, I want to hit home that we need to be billing our customers for all their work. So he goes, I want a meme of Donald Trump with his hand gesture where he does this, drill, baby, drill. And he goes, I want that, but for it to say Bill, baby, Bill. I was like, yeah, okay, that's fine. It took me like 20 minutes.
Okay.
So it was 20 minutes where I wasn't thinking about IT, so that was good.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the summary of my week. How are you doing, Ted? Well, welcome back.
Yeah, I'm good, thanks.
Wonderful.
Yeah, not done any drilling.
Giggity. Are we live on TikTok now? That's the question.
What we don't have here is the drill, baby, drill. We do have quite a bit of oil knocking about underneath our feet, so we could if we really wanted to. But I believe we're going to nuclear, baby, nuclear.
Nuke baby nuke.
Nuke baby nuke. But again, it's all talk, isn't it? Because that could be well, it's going to take about 8 years or something like that to get cracking anyway. So that could be 2 governments away, couldn't it?
Well, yeah, it could be. It could be, yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, I don't know. I don't know is the simple answer to that. Unfortunately, because it's my TikTok, I can't actually watch my TikTok. So shall I desecrate my phone and go on TikTok and have a look? TikTok.
Don't allow optional cookies. No, I don't want the app.
He doesn't want the app.
Search.
Can you go on without the app?
Yeah, I want it now.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Well, you Ted James Media.
Yep, at Ted James Media. So if you're watching this now on YouTube and you're thinking, do you know what? I'd rather go to TikTok.
I'd rather just watch it on TikTok.
Well, watch it on TikTok instead.
It's going to make me download
that we've had. Yeah,
it's going to make me download the MFing app. You know what? Let me see if I can do it on my PC. TikTok. don't want the Creator Hub, thanks. I used to have a TikTok account, but then I got rid of it because I don't use it. It's pointless it being there.
Yeah.
Ted James Media. I've just realised my keyboard's really loud when I'm talking, so sorry. Well, it says you're live.
TikTok is live. Now, Bex is in the chat on YouTube telling us that TikTok is live.
Wonderful.
So there we go.
Just don't go to TikTok though. Just stay on YouTube with us.
There we have it. People power.
Thanks, Bex.
There we go. Thank you very much. Yes, if you are indeed in the chat or you're watching and you're not in the chat, be like Bex and get in. Get in there and say your piece.
Is that like the old "Be Like Bob" memes that used to go around during COVID?
Yeah.
Like, this is Bob. Bob wears a face mask. Be like Bob, or some shit like that. Yeah, it's just...
This is Bob. He's conforming in every possible way. Be a sheep. Be like Bob.
Yeah.
Bob's a twat. So anyway, we all did it. So first time around.
I wasn't disagreeing with you, but I also wasn't agreeing with you. I was staying agnostic on that one because I know people have very strong feelings about the whole face mask and COVID and lockdown and everything that happened during that terrible period of human malware.
Well, absolutely. Absolutely. Be like Bob. Bob just died of a heart attack. Suddenly, he's only 23.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving.
Fuck off and die. Be like Bob. Oh, great.
Yes.
What's new?
What do you call a man with no arms and legs in the sea?
Dead.
Bob.
Bob.
Yeah.
Probably not politically correct to make that face and noise anymore.
Or that joke, for that matter.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
What do you do if you see a spaceman?
I know this one.
Parking it, man.
Yeah.
Still my favourite. After all these years, it's still my favourite joke.
Well, and then here's the one that's always going to get you. Doesn't matter which way around. Hey, CJ, what's brown and sticky?
A stick.
No, it's poo.
Poo, yeah. I love those ones. They are so good.
Don't bang on the table. I forgot that.
Oh, yes, you do the same. It's like if I do it, my camera, like I can rock my entire camera. Anyone feel seasick yet?
Oh God, yeah.
But I have had a thought about it. Right, okay, so I'm in a quandary now with the whole moving camera thing. So I found a suitable wall mount solution. For the ring light and
right, yeah,
for the ring light and the everything else is there and camera. It costs like 30 quid. It's an Elgato genuine wall mount system, but I also don't have an Amazon Prime account anymore. Well, I have an Amazon account, but I cancelled my Prime membership, so then there'll be like 10 quid shipping on it. I'm like, ugh, bad enough it's 30 quid, but I don't want to pay the shipping.
Yeah.
How stupid is that? So I'm waiting until I've got a few more things I want to buy, and then I'll just qualify for free shipping anyway. It'll just take a couple of days to arrive.
Yeah.
And then I'll have to, nail it to the wall.
Yep.
He said.
Yes. Well, no, I was thinking about this myself because I've got it's on my camera's on a like an arm thing. What did we call it? Like a boom.
Is it a boom arm? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a boom arm, but it's not the most stable thing in the world. I mean, it's quite handy for moving about, but I don't move it about. It stays right there and points in the same direction at all times.
All the time. Can you tighten the nuts on it?
No, not really.
So like if I show you here, so like, I mean, this is obviously a much more expensive than what I think you have. But they usually have a thing on it to tighten the joint.
Yeah, I mean the thing is, it's not in of itself a problem. I'm just thinking if I do whack the table, googly, it will move slightly, not like yours.
It's just
like
so what you get is vibration through the boom arm, and it just yeah. Yeah,
it's only very slight. But above me, I have shelves, and I already have one like attachment that attaches what do you call it? Some monitors to the shelf.
Oh yeah.
Coming down from it. Well, I can also I've got another arm thing that I could attach, but then that gives me like a single monitor, the thing that the back of the monitor. So it'd be quite good to be able to get something that I can swap the end of it. You know what I mean?
Well, so I'm assuming your boom arm that's attached to your desk has got a clamp on it that's attached to the desk. It's not just like screwed in and bolted to the desk, is it?
Yes, that's right. It has got a.
So why don't you just clamp it to the shelf instead so it hangs down?
I could do that, but I think there's a reason why not. Otherwise, I probably would have done it by now.
Okay.
Yeah. But anyway, I'm going to leave that. I'm going to leave that as a problem that I'll deal with when I buy a new camera. If I get a new camera, if I get a new fantastic camera, which is never going to happen because I am poor, then I will do that.
Yeah. Poverty is real, everyone.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's it. When I look at something, I just don't know if I can justify buying things. You when you run a tight budget and you're trying to save money and not live a broke ass life. You're actually trying to go like, I actually have some money set aside in case I need it somewhere. It just means you have to start justifying everything, and which I guess to a point is good. Okay, I've invested a lot in my technology here. The justification is, hey, live stream, and I can look at my camera over there and still see yours and my amazing faces.
Yeah.
So mine more so than yours. But it's true. I do actually look at me when I'm talking. I don't really look at you.
Yeah.
So, but you're there, and I'm here,
yeah. But
I'm actually looking at me.
No, I look at myself as well. Yeah, it's the same. Any kind of Teams calls or anything like that.
Yeah.
Just spend the entire thing looking at myself.
I'm actually really good on Teams calls, for work. I
don't want to look like a dick, so I'm just keeping an eye on myself.
Yeah.
That's the only reason.
You're just watching yourself as you sat there, and your finger just like slowly comes up, and you're like, "Oh no, don't do that." And everyone's like, yes, Ted, you had a question? You're like, no, I'll just got itchy nose. I'm good. To be fair, I'm really good on Teams calls. So my laptop for work obviously has the camera at the top in the middle, and invariably, and you always, you can just tell when you're looking at the people on the screen because their eyes are down. But when I'm the one talking in a Teams call, I actually look at the camera. I don't really care what's going on the screen. I'm, doing the whole eye contact thing. And then when they talk, I then try to look at them on the screen, but then invariably my eyes kind of wander back up to where I am.
Yeah. No, I'm not. Screw it. I'm just. I don't look anywhere near the camera. I'm just carrying on with my work. To be honest with you.
That's why Microsoft came out with this whole thing
I can't focus on the meeting. Yeah, even if I try really hard, I won't focus on it. So I may as well just get on with my work and then just listen out for any key phrases that might involve me.
Yeah, I did that today. I was in a meeting and I was just like, I've got so much on, I'm so busy, and I'm tapping away and I'm looking completely the opposite direction from where the camera is. And somebody said, I heard my name followed by contract, followed by first thing Monday morning, and I just went, yep, that's when I need it, thank you, and just went back to what I was doing. Just completely assumed that they said they were going to get the contracts that I'm waiting for by first thing Monday morning.
Yeah.
just when I got off that call, I was like, I hope I agreed to the right thing, because I might be in trouble if not.
Yeah. Yeah, yes. The thing is, if there are two ways in which it can work with me and what do you call it, a Teams call, Zoom call, or whatever it may be.
Your video conferencing app of choice.
Yes, absolutely. Either I'm hosting and I'm fully engaged and getting what I need from that call. or I've zoned out.
It's like completely gone.
There's nothing in between. Okay, the only time that you're actually going to get my attention in a call like that is if it's only me and one other person, because then it's kind of unavoidable. But as soon add one more person, and I'm out. I'm gone.
Fair enough.
You've lost me after a couple of minutes.
I don't really get that, mainly because most of my calls, they're with one of my a vendor or supplier or something, and I'm the only one from my side in that call, and I'm generally leading that meeting, or they're leading it, but they need to talk to me specifically, and I don't really get that luxury of zoning out most of the time.
Luxury, it's an annoyance. Now, even when I go into it thinking, right, you've got to concentrate on this one. God's sake. It won't last that long. It's half an hour, and then we can move on. And then within a few minutes, I'm like, oh shit, I've not been listening.
It just totally checks out. It's the way forward. It is the way forward.
Get in the chat. Tell us how you get on with your video conferencing in the workplace. Do you zone out? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Do you have your camera off? Do you have your camera on? What do you do?
Camera off is the worst scenario for me to be in, because I will disappear and go off and do the laundry.
Yeah.
I'll literally go and empty the washing machine while I'm in a meeting with the camera off, because everyone else has got it off. As long as I'm not there and needing to show things, if I'm there just to kind of listen and contribute, I'll piss off and do something else. I mean, it's perfect. It means I get things done while I'm working. Yep. It literally is ultimate multitasking. I feel like I can, attach that badge to my scout jumper. But yeah, it's actually really bad. Fortunately, so far, touch wood, I haven't been caught out yet.
Yeah. Well, yes. I mean, no. If it's camera off, particularly if it's camera off, and especially if it's something where it's being projected to you, so there's no expectation of you saying anything. Anything. So your mic's off, your camera's off, and you're just there because you need to be, because you need to listen to this and watch this and understand it. At which point it's like, well, actually, I may as well turn the volume down as well.
Yeah.
Because I don't need to see anything. I'm not going to see it. They're not going to see me. I'm not going to hear anything. And I could just turn the volume down and watch an episode of Lovejoy instead.
Yeah.
Much better use of my time.
Yeah, I mean, it was ironic because you said turn the volume down. I moved and my headphones got disconnected from my receiver. So I actually missed most of that until you said volume down, something about Lovejoy.
Yeah, that's right.
So good. I didn't miss anything.
Yeah. Moving swiftly.
What have you got for us today, Ted?
What have I got?
Yeah, totally putting you on the spot.
You have done.
Yeah, I do this regularly at work, especially amongst my team. I'll be like, right, you, what do you do? I don't do this pause, pounce nonsense. I'm just like, right, you, what are you doing? Take me through your week.
You'll have to bear with me a moment, because I've... I tell you what, let's start with a real humdinger, shall we?
Oh, that's to be determined. Yeah, okay.
Okay. Right, now bear with me, because I think I've got slightly tired eyes, so if I'm not reading this correctly, then so be it. But
okay.
Here we go. What I've got off of Reddit is an article. It's a relationship advice. It's not a am I the arsehole. So there we go. There's a change for you.
I don't have any of those right now, I don't think. Anyway, moving on.
Okay, I've got a couple in the back, so to speak. Anyway, my new girlfriend, 29 female, just told me, 32 male, she used to be a sex worker. How do I proceed? Okay, now I'm tempted to answer this very quickly from that title.
I'll say there's a snap response to that, and that is, if you're asking the question, you're clearly not comfortable, just end it.
Do you know what? There's a theme there. I think with a lot of these, people ask the question, and you just think, if you're asking the question, you must know the answer.
Yeah.
Anyway, we met 6 months ago on a course. A course of what? Antibiotics.
Yeah, I'll just think of that.
We met 6 months ago on a course, but didn't start dating until 4 months ago.
Okay, so you were talking for 2 months and then you decided to start dating.
Yeah.
Thanks for the clarity. Yeah,
fine. From the very start, I was head over heels for her. She's smart, funny, smoking hot. The kindest person you've ever met, and very family orientated. We have amazing chemistry, and we haven't said I love you yet, but I'm definitely falling in love, and she's hinted she is too. All good so far. She's everything I've ever wanted in a girlfriend, and after a string of terrible relationships that left me a husk of a man, she's like the sunshine after a horrible storm. This is very poetic, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, I'm liking this, yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good relationship.
Yeah, it does. This is the healthiest relationship I've ever been in. We communicate well, resolve conflict maturely, and treat each other with respect. I'm starting to think this is a dude. She's my...
All right.
She's my everything, and I fantasize about a future with her. She said she feels the same. I can see myself marrying her one day. There we go. Anyway, now on to the bombshell. Dun, dun, dun. She sat me down and she told me that she needed to tell me something, which instantly put my heckles up. All those heckles. Turns out, just after leaving college, she struggled to find work, so she tried escorting. It allowed her to pay the bills, and she found she kind of liked it. She stopped after 2 years when she found a good full-time job. She said she confessed because she felt ashamed of her past and didn't want to keep anything from me. 2 years. That's not like, oh, I really can't find a job and it's, it's really desperate. That's 2 years, and she liked it.
I'll comment on that in a minute, yeah.
Yeah, I felt a mix of emotions hearing this. I worried for doing something so dangerous. Oh, I worried for her.
Yeah, you worried about her, yeah.
Yeah. I even felt jealous of the men she slept with. I guess I should say clients. I won't lie, it changed the way I saw her. I told her I needed to think about this and started crying. And she started crying, which I felt horrible about. But she said she understood and told me to take all the time that I need. I don't know what to do. I love this girl, and it might be early days, but I thought I finally found my soulmate. I can't imagine life without her. But I can't get the images out of my mind of her selling herself like that. But I don't know if this is something that I might be able to move past. Do I continue with the relationship or cut my losses and break up? There's an edit. So before we get to the edit, what are your immediate thoughts?
I am a believer in love conquers all. If you are truly in love with someone, you can see past what he clearly sees as her faults. On the 2 years being, in that level of employment, I don't know how else. I don't want to say sex worker. I don't like the term, but I also don't like saying prostitute. 2 years in that business. Okay, she may not have been able to find a job to start with, so this is what she's done to make ends meet. I don't see a problem with that myself. And as we all know, when you're working full-time or you're trying to make as much money as you can or, whatever, it's then difficult to find time to find another job. And she's probably literally just spending the weekends just scouring job pages looking for something. And when you're trying to find a job in a field that you're not currently working in, it's actually really difficult. And, I'm going to assume, there's nothing in here to say where they are, but so actually, no, I won't assume anything. But there was a friend of mine. He got made redundant from a job. It took him a year to find another job in a similar field, and he ended up being a postman for a little while. And actually, he liked it. He enjoyed being a postman. And you know what? And I've said this, like, as much as I enjoy my job, as much as, you know, I'm fairly well paid for what I do, if I could afford to just go off and be a postman or a bin man or something where I just get up in the morning, go for a shower, get dressed, go to work, do my shit, come home and forget all about it, I think I'll be a lot happier. I'm much more motivated to do this podcast because I'm not exhausted all the time. You know, but you know what I mean? You get to that point where you're just like, you know what? I can do this job for a long time. And maybe this is where this woman is or was. It's like, I can do this because I just get up, go do what I've got to do, come home, and I just forget about it.
Yeah.
And she clearly likes having sex.
Yeah.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, she said she enjoyed it, apparently. Well, that's what she said to him.
Yeah, you get to meet new people.
Well,
you know, you get to be outdoors quite a lot. You get to see new places, you know, new different car interiors.
well, mostly indoors and mostly on a back, probably, but yeah.
Okay, well, right, I'm trying not to be crude about it, you know, but it's like, yeah, I don't see a problem with this. But if he is uncomfortable with it, I feel like he already knows what the correct answer to his question is to him.
Well, very, very possibly. I can see some things in the chat.
Yeah, Steiny's back in. Hi, Mama Steiny. Welcome.
Hello.
Welcome back. I feel like him asking people if he should leave or not means that he has already made the decision. You either deal with it as her past and move on, or you question it for the rest of the relationship, which will in turn end poorly. And I agree 100% with that. And that's what I mean. He's clearly already knows what the answer is, and he's taken to Reddit for validation. Yeah. He's literally gone there just to validate why he should break up with her. But if it was me in that scenario, you know, if you truly are in love with somebody, you should be able to see past it, or at least sit down and talk about it, just to air your feelings and, you know, all that kind of stuff. It wouldn't be a deal breaker for me, especially seeing as before they've said I love you, and before there's a marriage proposal, and before they've really solidified that commitment, that's when she's come out and started talking about it. And it's like, that's better than waiting for 2 years. They're living together, they're thinking about, you know, they're engaged, whatever, blah, 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 and then she says it, and then it's like, well, hang on a minute, why didn't you tell me this 2 years ago?
Well, yeah, absolutely. I mean, the thing is, yeah, fair enough. She's been honest about it, and it's come out at an early stage. But, you know, honesty doesn't conquer all, does it?
No, love conquers all.
No, yes, but not necessarily all. I mean, if he'd said, "Oh, I'm glad you told me that," and I want to just, you know, make it clear that actually I'm a registered sex offender, that's not going to go down very well. The fact that he's being honest doesn't make any difference, does it? No,
but that's different, because that's an offence.
Well, I know. I'm just saying the fact that it came out early is not, so to speak, is not necessarily the be all and end all, is it really?
She has put herself, or put her emotions and everything on the line. She's opened up as early as she was comfortable to in the relationship. Yeah. To get that conversation out of the way, you know, and he said that she said she felt guilty about it and needed to talk about it. That to me speaks volumes. You know, if I was in a relationship and, excuse me, 4 months in to the, or, you know, 6 months after I'd met them, 4 months into the relationship, they said, "Hey, a couple of years ago, I was a sex worker. My reasons are I needed money. I couldn't find a job, you know, that matched my skill set and what I could actually do to achieve a lifestyle or whatever." I'd be like, okay, you know what? I would probably be uncomfortable for a short time, but there'd definitely be a period of, can we just sit down and just, I have many, many, many questions. And as long as if you can humor me for, you know, a couple of hours whilst we go through them, we're going to come out the back of it in a much stronger position, because that is her opportunity to reassure me that she's not planning on going back to that lifestyle. or wouldn't consider going back to that lifestyle should the worst happen and she lost her job. Because that might be one of the thoughts in my head is, okay, well, if you lose your job, is that the first thing that you're thinking about then, is just going back to be a sex worker because you know it's, for want of a better term, easy money? Or are you going to allow me, you're going to trust in us and our relationship that we can get through it and we'll find you a new job? That's, honestly, how should he proceed? He already knows. But if it was me, I wouldn't have a massive problem with it. I'd appreciate the honesty. I think most people that know me realise that honesty is the best policy. Even if it's a cold, hard, heartbreaking truth, I'd rather you're honest with me about it.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's one way of looking at it. And the thing is, like I say, honesty isn't necessarily, something that's going to make a great deal of difference.
Yeah. It sounds, Ted,
yes,
like we need to take a very short break.
Okay, very short break.
So you can go and deal with that thing in the background.
Yeah.
We'll be right back, folks. Hi, everybody. Apologies for Ted's burp just then. It was an alarm thing, and we just didn't want an alarm going off whilst we were in the middle of a podcast. So moving on. Right, anyway, you were about to talk about your thoughts and feelings about this.
My thoughts and feelings. Yes. So, well, actually, I think there's quite a lot to unpack from what you just said. When it comes down to this, and you said, honesty, well, at least, she's being honest. Well, do you know what? Off the face of this, I mean, we don't know the ins and outs, so I can make assumptions. We can make assumptions about it. It's fine. They're not real people, and if they are, they're using false names anyway and whatnot. So let's make an assumption here. She's been honest about it, but then you've got to wonder why. What was the purpose? Is it because she's the most honest woman in the world, or is it because she wants to tell him before he finds out some other way?
Surely that's just being honest, isn't it?
Not necessarily.
Because if she didn't want to be honest, she wouldn't even have considered that, and she would have just kept it, assuming that he'd never find out.
Well, no, you could be very dishonest and still tell somebody something because you know that there's a good chance that they might find out at some point.
I guess so.
Yeah, so anyway, I'm taking that with a pinch of salt, the whole honesty thing. And I don't think it's necessarily relevant. It's all down to him and how he feels about it. I know you said, well, it wouldn't necessarily be a deal breaker for you. I feel like it would be for me.
Okay.
I mean, even just slightly, but for 2 years and having enjoyed it, just seems like it's just taking it a bit too far, I mean, I know that people can have hard times, or they can get themselves into all sorts of scrapes, but that's not her getting into a scrape. And I know you said, well, people find, it can be difficult finding a job and bits and pieces, and somebody that became a postman. I'm thinking to myself, okay, not quite a hooker, but close.
No, but the point is that he's taken a job that is so far out of what he has been doing for so long.
Yeah.
That there was no other choice. Maybe this person tried to be a post person.
Well, maybe.
Yeah. Anyway, but no.
Anyway, she wasn't a post person. She was a lady of the night.
I haven't heard that term for a long time.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, the problem is, it's something that's going to. It's obviously dwelled. He's obviously thought about it.
Mm-hmm. He's
obviously thinking about it, and he's going to continue to think about it. So he may well get assurances. He may well have the whole, things are nice at the moment, and so on and so forth. And they're having the conversation. She's making assurances and saying, "Well, yes, it's not something I would do again," and so on and so forth. But what he pictures in his head is something that's going to come back, and it's going to keep coming back,
and
he's going to keep thinking about. So I don't think he's going to do himself any good in the long run. It probably would have been better for him if he didn't know, if she hadn't told him. If she'd thought, well, that was her thing and it doesn't need to be said.
Maybe.
There is an edit. I'll
Yes.
tell you what. We'll go through the edit. The edit is, yes, we both had a full panel STD test done before we got together, so there are no issues on that front. No, she has no contact whatsoever with past clients, and at the time she was living in another country to where we live now, so there's basically no chance of her bumping into an old client, and I really don't think that's really the point.
Feels irrelevant considering the context of what he's asking.
Yeah.
But I guess that's answering questions from the comments, maybe.
Yeah. This is not about her being dishonest. This is not about her being necessarily a bad person. This is about him and his feelings about her and what she has done. But it'd be interesting to know what her opinions would be about something similar. And perhaps, it would be interesting to know exactly what would have been the scenario if, before she'd said anything, he said, listen, I know you've got things to tell me, but before that, I want to just tell you something that from my past that, before we met, a little while before we met, I did, in fact, pay for a number of escorts. See what her reaction to that would be. Because if she got the ick from that,
maybe, yeah.
No, you just never know, do you?
No, you don't know, and that's it. But like I say, from my side, it's I like the honesty side of that person, of her admitting that to him, or talking about it with him. Mama Silent's been back in the chat. I feel like it's been showing. She is showing growth by even sharing that. She's being open and honest, which should make for a good relationship. That bit I agree with. But I absolutely take your points on it of, what if it was reversed? How would she feel about it? But maybe that's a question he could ask her.
Yeah.
How would you feel if I said I'd actually been with a number of escorts, or I indeed was a sex worker?
Yeah.
My preference for a lot of things like that is be honest. As early as you are comfortable being honest. My significant other is aware of my past. Not that I went with escorts or anything like that, but the bits that I will never talk about with anybody else, she is aware. And is aware of my feelings and how I felt at the time and all of that stuff. So it's not that I'm not there to try and sully the relationship on that one. It's that I want this person to know everything about me, or as much as humanly possible. So I'll talk about my past. I'll talk about my past. There's no other way to describe it, really.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
The thing is, this guy at some point is going to sit there after all of this has happened, and they're like, okay, the dust has settled, and he's going to sit there, or he's going to be driving along in his car, and he's going to be thinking, how many clients per week? How many weeks in 2 years? And that's going to go round and round and round in his head. And he's either got two options. One is to ask questions like that, or never know and still be thinking about it. And if he gets the answers, he's not going to like the answers either. No. So it's okay. There is a stay of an execution. They've had they're still together at the moment, but who knows? I think that's going to come back and haunt him. Possibly, yeah. I'd say possible. Like I say, if he's already thinking about it, he's already saying he can't get it out of his head. It's possible that that's going to be the long-term effect, is that he'll always just go back to that. Or, trust is everything in a relationship. If maybe there's something in his head where he's just like, I'm not entirely sure if I can trust them. I don't think. Do you know what? I really don't think this is about trust. I don't think it's about trust at all. No, maybe not. She has told him, and okay, you can, like I say, you can take that with a pinch of salt. She's done that before he finds out. But even so, this isn't about trust. This isn't about is she going to go back to it or anything like that. I think this is purely about what's going to be in his head about it. Yeah. And perhaps to some extent, what's in her head about it.
You know what he should do? I think I've just worked out what he should have said.
Yeah.
And that is, she's like, I used to be a sex worker for like 2 years, and I kind of enjoyed it, but I was trying to make ends meet. I couldn't find a job. Have you still got the outfits? You should just lean into it.
Yeah.
You're clearly very unimpressed with that comment. All right, let's move past that then. Have we got any good comments?
I don't know. I'm just having a look.
I'm gonna put you back and put your screen back on screen. There you go.
Okay. One here. This isn't for Reddit to decide. You need to decide how you feel about your partner partaking in sex work years ago. You'll get a mix of it was her past, stop judging, they deserve better, etc. And never would I, they're trash, you deserve better. Don't take a poll, FFS. Sit with your feelings and come to your own conclusions.
I wouldn't have put FFS after don't take a poll. I'd have said giggity.
The fact that you've taken this time to come to Reddit and post, plus you state that you can't get the images out of your mind, leads me to believe that you're seeking approval for breaking it off.
There it is, validation.
Due to her past sex work. And that if you stayed, you would not have been able to get over it. She deserves a relationship wherein she's not judged. Looked down on, etc. For this to be ever be used or held against her, and that's, that's going to be her problem, really, isn't it? That's going to be her worrying that at some point it's going to be used against her.
Yeah, I was just trying to make sense of it. So she deserves a relationship wherein she is not judged, looked down upon, etc. for this, nor for this to ever be used. Okay. Yes, I was also looking at a comment 2 down as well, where it says, but if you ever bring it up in an argument, you're going to 100% be the bad guy. So if you decide that you've accepted it, you have to leave it in the past. Which is absolutely true. You can never, ever use that against her. Yeah. You will be the arsehole for that one. I know this is not an Am I the Arsehole post, but you'll absolutely be the arsehole if you ever do that. And if I ever find out who you are, and I find out you've done that, I'll come around and beat you myself.
What?
I won't. I'll take one of her sex worker dildos and beat you around the face with it.
But, she'll, obviously, because he's a man. If he was a woman, then, she'd be able to bring it up, whatever he's done.
No, wrong.
Yeah.
Not every woman does this.
Right, okay. So anyway. But the thing is, he will, he will sit and dwell on this in the future, and it'll tear him apart.
He will either do that.
That's the way it looks. That's the way it's going to look, I think. And do you know what? Another aspect. I'm just going to say this. They've had the conversation about it.
Mm-hmm.
He's even said to her, "Look, I'm really not sure how I feel about this." So he's had that conversation with her. Now he's put doubts in her mind.
Yeah.
It could get to the point where now he's said that to her, she starts to check out of the relationship.
Maybe,
thinking, oh, okay, he's not going to cope with this. And then once she's checked out, she's checked out.
Yeah. And not that I think it would be a deciding factor for him, but if that was the case, if he put that doubt in her mind and then broke up with her, she would lose all faith in ever revealing that to anybody ever.
Well, yeah. And maybe she needs to think about whether or not she leaves that in her past completely.
Yeah, as he said there in the edit, it was in a completely different country. Years ago, there was zero chance of running into a client. Okay, there's never zero chance. It is a small world after all. Mm-hmm. But the chance of ever running into a past client is very slim. Much slimmer than me. Just thought I'd throw a fat joke in there.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. Maybe she should just leave it in the past. But as I say, I respect that. She brought it up and was honest.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, because of course we've just got one side of the story and what he's written on there. There could be a lot more to it. So the other thing that's just popped into my head is maybe she's put it in there to test him. And I fucking hate it when people do relationship tests. Just fuck off with that shit. You either trust them or you don't. And if you don't trust them, piss off. If you do trust them, Stop dicking around with a relationship.
Wow, that was a rant.
It really was.
Are you suggesting that this was all made up and not part of her past at all, and she's just said it to see if...
I am not saying that. Mm-hmm. I'm not doubting that this is part of her past, but maybe she does this as part of a test for the relationship. That if I admit this thing, if the guy's worth keeping around, he'll just accept it. But she'd also then be deluded if any person would just accept it without having to go through some kind of process to be okay with it.
Yeah. Also, the danger is that they accept it, but also have a different opinion of her.
Yeah.
You know, have more of a consider the relationship to be a little bit more disposable in the way that she regarded her herself to be to others.
Yeah. Like I say, the bit I was getting to was maybe she's spoken about it because she's looking for the out for the relationship, but doesn't want to be the dumper.
That's another one. Yeah.
Could be that. Yeah. But I like to think positively. Genuinely, I like to just assume positivity from anyone, and that they're actually just trying to be open and honest, and share their past. And so this guy knows absolutely who he's committing to. Yeah. Warts and all. Yeah. That's my take on it. So.
Yeah, genital warts and all.
Yeah.
And you know what? The last thing I'm going to say about this, I mean, for God's sake, surely she could have got a job at the McDonald's or something.
Maybe
what else have we got? What else have we got for tonight?
Well, I was going to say, I think I'd rather be a sex worker than work at McDonald's. But actually, that's not true. Mainly because I know I'd be very bad at being a sex worker. Because look at me. Yeah. Anyway, what else have we got for tonight? I do have one. I have an Am I the Arsehole for tonight.
Fantastic.
Am I the arsehole for refusing to hold a family member's water on a bus after she refused to bring a bag? Now, interestingly, just again, the title I think says enough to make that snap judgment and to just be like, no, they're the arsehole for refusing to bring a bag. What kind of upper class arsehole are they? Mm-hmm. Oh, I need to carry a bag. Oh, can you hold my water? I'm not your fucking butler. Piss off. Anyway, my family are suburbanites and never took public transit until I started guiding them on day trips to the city. I had taken 2 of them once before on a trip, and both of them refused to bring their glasses so they could see, and insisted on purely following me instead of learning a sense of direction using the public transit, leaving me to do all the route planning and directions. The most recent time was no different, except neither of them decided to bring bags to carry their stuff in, and didn't bring water, leaving me the only one with a bag. We were waiting at a bus stop, and one of my family members purchased a bottle of water, leaving her with a bottle in one hand and a small zipper bag in the other. The bus comes and we get on. The 2 of them take a seat and I stand near them with one hand on the bar. She asks me if I can hold her water so she can use her phone, even though our other family member is sitting right next to her. Mm-hmm. I say no, because the truth was I needed to use my other hand to use my phone for navigation so we could get off at the right stop. Because again, they're not using their maps at all and are purely relying on me to guide them like lost puppies. My family member gets all nasty and texts me, I'm never going to the city with you again. Later, when we get off, I apologise and say I needed the free hand and she didn't bring a bag like I said. She said never do it again. Like I'm supposed to navigate for us all and be the mule. I'm trying to show them and be independent. I'm trying to show them to be independent on public transit. It feels like an overreaction. To no, I'm not going to hold your water for you, you silly bat. You should have brought a bag. Your bag. And you've got the person sitting next to you who I presume is, again, spouse, significant other of some description. Be like, hey, just hold on to this for a second whilst I grab my phone. But sending them a text message to say we're never... While I'm assuming this text message has arrived while they're sat down and he's stood there holding the bar like a rhesus monkey. And what? I don't understand people. I really struggle with people.
This is an example of when you just wonder what's wrong with people, that they actually feel like they need to write into Reddit about it.
Exactly.
Refusing to hold a family member's water on a bus after she refused to bring a bag. Just grow up, people.
Right. I like how you brought Reddit up on your screen. It's the same Reddit post on your screen. Is this too small for you to read, Ted? Do you need your glasses?
Not that. It's actually, I had that in the tab anyway.
Okay. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's just nonsense. What's wrong with these people?
Oh, we appear to have lost Ted. No, now he's back.
I came back. I was always here. It's just it was the image on the screen of me that was missing. I in fact remained. Remained.
Good. I'm glad you remained.
Yeah.
Rather than Brexited.
Yes.
Wait, hang on. Stream exit. Strexit. So, yeah, we should now refer to an impromptu departure from the stream as a Strexit.
Yeah.
So, note that down in the Oxford English Dictionary.
Mm-hmm.
Where were we?
These people are all ridiculous.
Yes. Suburbanites. I don't really know what a suburbanite is, but I can, from the tone and from the rest of the post, I assume that means they're like, upper middle class, Range Rover driving, or other large SUV that's, clearly too expensive. Never use, it says there, never use public transport. Those kind of people, they like to, they wear faux fur because they like to feel fancy.
Yeah, I would just say that they live in the suburbs and don't go on the bus very often.
Yeah, they have house parties with their friends because they want to feel fancy.
How in the wide world did you manage a person with a disability and not carry a bag at all times? Oh, I don't know. Do you know even the comments are annoying me?
Your local transit agency may offer a service to teach said granddaughter to ride area transit independently. It's not something, I don't know.
Yeah.
Nonsensical nonsense from the comments on Reddit, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
So, Mama Steiny says, I would have taken said bottle and set it on the ground, right? Just go.
You're going to say set it on fire then?
I mean, you could do that.
Could have done that, but
go
inside it would have put it out.
Yeah, but go 100% passive aggressive. Yeah, sure. Literally take the bottle and lob it out the window.
Yeah.
So there you go. That's what I think about me holding your water bottle, motherfucker. I love it. It's good. Yeah, put it on the ground. I probably would have gone more passive aggressive and thrown it in the trash.
Be like, out to the window, I think is probably best.
I mean, that's funnier, but I'm also
yeah, especially if it's an already open window.
Yeah,
if somebody passes through it just goes.
Say yeet, gone. Can you hold this for me? I'll just take a bit. Oh, you're done with it? Trash. Done. Okay, thanks. Well, it's really expensive. Why are you buying expensive water? Guess what? You get it for free from the tap. Free-ish. But yeah, anyway.
Yeah.
I would go 100% passive-aggressive in that one. But anyway, is this person the arsehole for refusing to hold the water bottle? I don't think so. Just be a human being. Hold your own water or put it on the floor, because that's the other one. Put it on the floor yourself or hold it between your legs. That's what a lot of people just hold it between your legs while you're on your phone. And then put your phone away and then there you go. I don't know what this zipper bag thing is. I assume it's like some kind of clutch bag thing. Is it clutch bag? Grab bag? I don't know what it is. It's not even a bag. It doesn't have a big handle. It's just like a wallet that opens. And people call that a bag. So yeah, I don't think this person's the arsehole at all. Yeah, I'd be really passive aggressive with it.
Yeah, no, I'm inclined to do the same thing and throw it out of the window.
Yeah.
Not with any kind of flourish either. It would just be straight out.
That's it.
Yeah.
Gone.
Anyway, no, my view on that is I don't care. I don't care. I don't even care if the bus turns up.
Right, good.
Yeah. Really.
Anyway, you got another one ready to go by the looks of it.
I do have one, actually.
Some more relationship advice from CJ and Ted.
Yeah, absolutely. The guy I'm dating won't stop doing bits, and it's giving me the ick. It's confused me at first. I say bits, as in like comedy bits.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I've been dating this guy for about a month and a half now. I like him, but I've asked to keep things slow, which he's respecting, even though it's clear he's very much wanting to make things seriously, asking to have me as his phone background, asking to publicly tag him on my Instagram, pushing nicknames, etc. So far, I've declined. And I think I'm hesitant to commit further because of the issue I'm about to go into.
I mean, that description there gives me the ick as well. Let it happen naturally, dude. Don't live your life on social media. Who gives a fuck if she's tagging you in shit on Instagram? Anyway, carry on.
Yeah, okay. When we go out in public, he's often doing comedy bits. For example, instead of just telling a story that involves him calling someone, he'll get out his phone and pretend to make the call. Once he recreated an entire SNL weekend update he'd watched, Saturday Night Live, accents and all. And he's half deaf. Half deaf. So keep in mind that this is all very loud because he cannot detect his own volume. This sounds like a nightmare.
Yeah.
We will be at a romantic dinner and he'll go into performance mode, and it's incredibly embarrassing when I can tell he's interrupting other people's meals and they start staring. I lose some attraction for him when he does this. Wow.
Just get out. Just run, dude.
I mean, to be fair, she's 23. And
he's 30, man.
He's 30. She's 23. Yes, I can see why she might get embarrassed because you get embarrassed by everything when you're that sort of age, aren't you? When we're alone, he's genuinely funny and makes me laugh regularly, which is why I'm so confused. I've spoken to him about this, and he just thanks me for keeping him so genuine and grounded, and says he'll try to be his authentic self in future, and that he just has that persona because he feels nervous around me because of my looks. Because he feels like I'm out of his league, but then it happens again. A little bit of a humble brag from her there in her Reddit post. I just want him to act normally around me when we're in public. It even happens when we're with my friends, except in between the comedy bits, he's also sucking up to them. It's just weird, and everyone can tell it's not genuine. How do I convey this to him? I do like him, and everything else between us is perfect. I just want him to get past this.
I know exactly how to deal with that, but yeah, I want to hear your thoughts first.
Go on. How would you deal with it? Literally,
as soon as he starts something in public, I'd be like, "Oi, fucking stop! You're being a dick, and I don't like it." As loud as I possibly could be, so everyone can hear. Then he'll be embarrassed. Then he'll be embarrassed and self-conscious about it, and hopefully he'll stop. Or he'll break up with her, at which point, sounds like a problem solved to me.
Yeah. Well, you're taking a sledgehammer to that relationship.
Okay, so let me quantify this a bit for you. So I won't go into specifics, not that they'll ever watch this, but I do know at least one person who is probably not to this extreme, but does do this kind of thing where they think they're being really funny by recreating scenes or sketches or bits from TV shows, and it's annoying as fuck. Like, and I think I've told you this story before, and I think if you remember it, you'll remember who it is. But they would regularly quote lines from shows like Family Guy, Red Dwarf, things that they found interesting, and funny, but it genuinely put me off watching Family Guy for years because I didn't want to. I was just like, I might find it but he's spoiled it. All I'm going to see is what they've done. He's done. I said he already. So, I'm just going to think about what he's done. It's just not going to be funny to me. It took years for me to get into Family Guy because of it, and like I've never really been into Red Dwarf or what's the other one you liked? Whose Line Is It Anyway? But he'd constantly just reel off lines as if I actually understand what he's talking about, and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. This isn't funny. This is embarrassing for you. I had a word with him eventually. I was just like, look, you got to stop because I haven't seen what you've seen, so it makes zero sense. You're saying one-line jokes with no context. And it put me off. Like I said, it put me off Family Guy for a very long time. But yeah, Sledgehammer approach to this. I have experience in this area. And I'd absolutely do it. If it was annoying me to the point that I'd have to go to Reddit for some comments and opinions, I'd just be like, as soon as I see something, developing, I'd be like, right, just no, stop right now, because I'm not doing it. You're not funny when you do this. You're actually really fucking annoying. So go away. Anyway, that's my opinion.
Well, yeah. I mean, to be honest, there is an edit, and it just basically. There's no point me reading it through. Basically they've said that they've spoken to his friends, and they're surprised that he's like this. So perhaps he's just trying a bit too hard.
Yep. I
get the impression he's trying a bit too hard, and maybe actually instead of telling him to shut the fuck up in a restaurant or something, perhaps he just needs to get the idea that he just needs to be himself and
just calm down.
Calm down a bit. Yeah, that's it.
Calm down.
I mean, the thing is, people will do little bits from time to time, and they'll quote stuff, and I mean, I know I do it, and I sort of quote bits of Fawlty Towers. And I don't care whether or not the person I'm talking to has seen Fawlty Towers. Doesn't make any difference to me. I'm still going to say it's not funny for any German people and things like that. Uno, dos, tres.
Yeah, I laugh at that because I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but I don't care. I don't care if nobody else knows.
Yeah,
it will amuse me.
Okay. Yeah. Fine. Yeah.
I'm coming down on the side. Well, it's not coming down on the side. It's not an arsehole situation here. This is just simply, actually, it's just simply her saying she's getting the ick from something.
Yeah.
Well, she needs to just stop getting the ick and just chill out and tell him to chill out.
Well, I was going to say the advice. Yeah, the advice is just tell him to chill the hell out. There's no problem. You don't have to act out in public, or you don't have to act up. You don't have to pretend to be someone else. I like you for you.
Yeah.
Etc. Etc.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've said this to. I mean, okay. And I'll hold my hands up. I've done this with exes because I've genuinely felt like I'm absolutely not worthy. They are way too good for me, and you just start. Well, I guess trying to be funny, but yeah. When I can see that I'm not getting the reaction that I'm looking for, I generally, roll it back.
Yeah.
And stop doing that. I'm sure my current SO will agree with that one. Or not. I don't know. I'm now waiting for a text message.
Yeah.
To tell me to hit myself with a poo pillow, maybe. That's an in joke. So no point in doing that. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, sorry, I just realised, just really quick, that you changed the view on your browser, which it actually looks slightly different on the screen. I think you full screened your browser, yeah, sorry.
I did, I really didn't, but no, so I don't know what's different there.
Well, I can't see your browser tabs anymore on the screen share, so...
No, I don't know.
Never mind.
No, but
we'll deal with it some other time.
Yeah, we will. I'm sure we will.
We'll deal with it another time. Anyway, I need to get rid of that one. I found something mildly interesting.
Mildly interesting?
Mildly interesting. What's going with it?
I didn't want anything too interesting.
No, we don't do overly interesting on this show, as you know, and as our viewers know. But So what I'm going to show you is what I believe is one of the definitions of just winning at life. This is where life just gives you the win. You know, it's a gimme. It really is. So check this out. This is my chicken breast, matched the size and shape of my toast nearly exactly.
Well,
and if that's not a win, I don't know what is.
Well, yeah, quite. Though I have questions.
Okay.
Who's eating a bit of chicken breast with a bit of...
I don't know, some serial killer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That seems like a very, very dry meal.
It really does. Yeah. I mean, I can't even see any butter on the bread.
No, I know.
on the toast.
Who wants a meal that dry? You need to moisten it up.
We need some moisture.
Need some moisture. Bring some moisture in.
Yeah. Moisturize me. Yeah, but I saw that and I was like, that's actually kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, to me, that just looks like a picture of some diseased lungs. that looks like an advert for stop smoking.
I'll say, don't smoke, kids. Your lungs will look like this.
Yeah.
Sure. Do you remember the old stop smoking adverts? And there was like one where they were squeezing fat out of arteries or something. And they were like, this is what smoking does. And you know, even at the age of 13, 14, however old I was when I remember seeing it, I was like, I'm pretty sure that's not caused by smoking. I'm pretty sure that's caused by, eating chips, constantly for 20 years. It was just fat. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a biologist. No idea.
No.
But it was disgusting either way. It didn't put me off smoking, though.
No, none of that was really ever going to work, was it?
No, I'll say.
Even when you put messages on the packets that say, it kills, or it maims orphans, or whatever you say on there, and then they take off the branding anyway, and then the whole thing's a warning.
Yeah,
and it still doesn't stop people.
It doesn't work.
No.
No, the government did the best thing to help people stop smoking, or at least it helped me stop smoking, and that's raise the price so high that you just physically can't afford it anymore. That was it. That's what did it for me. I was like, I am tired of spending £20 a day on cigarettes, and even rolling tobacco. I've done rollies every now and again, but even that was like, it was getting like 50 quid a week. I'm like, no. My vape, okay, I guess I get to depreciate the vape pen itself. That costs like 30 quid or something, but I've had it for years. So that depreciates over time. But the juices and the coils, I think I spend 30, maybe £50 a month now on vape juice, or on vape equipment. That's coils and juices. There or thereabouts, about £50 a month.
Yeah.
But that's also another reason why I want to stop vaping, because the UK government is now going to impose more tariffs on vaping to keep it in line with the price of smoking, to encourage people to vape instead of smoke. I mean, that's not encouraging people to vape instead of smoke. That's just encouraging people to stop.
No, and also pricing things out. This is the way they're going with cars as well.
The way they're going with energy and water and food.
And anything that isn't, eating bugs and staying inside your city limits.
Yeah, literally, the way to run a house now is knock down your fence in the garden, set fire to it in your living room, and wrap yourself up in multiple blankets. You want hot water? Hang a kettle over the top of it. That's literally it. It's getting ridiculous. The whole thing's
wild assumptions about people having more than one room.
Well, yeah, there's that. Yeah,
they're already in the top 1%. They've got more than one room, haven't they?
Well, I'm making wild assumptions that people have a garden that they can take the wooden fence down.
God, no. But the thing is, everybody lives in bloody what do you call them? Houses of multiple occupancy. That's what they need. That's what they want.
Yep.
They want everybody in not even flats, are they? They're like bed sits.
Yeah, bed sits.
They want 20 people to what used to be a house with a family in it, and then just cram it full of people, all of which are paying tax, none of which are driving anywhere, so they can't go anywhere, so they can't find other opportunities. That's the way they like it.
And what will happen is they'll all end up being sex workers.
Well, half of them will.
Well, yeah.
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 That's what happens when the economy goes to shit. That's what happens when it all goes to pot.
Mm.
Yeah. That's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's enough politics for today. But yeah, I quit smoking because of the price.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just it is what it is. It's because of the price.
It's just ridiculous. You just cost far too much.
Mm. Like I say, vaping's
far too much to kill myself slowly.
Exactly. Yeah. But vaping's going the same way. I know we discussed it briefly. It's like my juice bottles, they cost £1 each. It's a bargain, and actually I kind of like the flavors. But the government's going to impose their tariffs next year. Yeah, I think it's next year. By adding £2 something per 10 milliliters. Well, that takes my £1 bottle to £3 something. My cost is tripling. So I just need to quit vaping as well. I just need to quit nicotine and start chewing on carrot sticks.
Yeah.
But even then, the cost of those is going up. So.
Well, yes, but I mean, what else we going to chew on? You ain't going to chew on meat. We want to get rid of meat because meat is, harms the environment.
It really does. No, what I'll start doing is what I did as a kid, and that's chewing on bottle caps. Because when I finish a bottle of something, I'll just start chewing the bottle cap or the the little plastic ring that sits around the bottom underneath the cap. Yeah. Take those off and start chewing them and fiddling with them. And I might just go buy a new fidget spinner. I think that's a good idea. Oh, actually, there was something I looked at. I saw an advert for it on Facebook, of all places. Is it called Fume?
Yes. Yeah, I've seen an advert.
FUE, it's like completely nicotine. It's just air. It's just flavoured air.
Yeah, but there is no sponsorship. But if you
no
like
sponsorship,
get in touch.
Yeah. But yeah, they look really interesting because it's just flavoured air. There's no nicotine, and it's got basically a fidget spinner built into it. And I was like, that's kind of ingenious. But I think I looked at it, and it was cost prohibitive at that point. But then again, I say cost prohibitive at that point. How much have I then spent on vape juices and stuff since then? So yeah, maybe there's something where I shouldn't be thinking like that and just bite the bullet and just go, well, I'm going to go buy one of those.
Yeah.
Because I can suck on that like a sex worker. And I get to fidget spin as well if I get a bit antsy. But it just means I'm going to be in a really bad mood for about a month. More so than I am normally.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and if I give up too, then we'll have some really grumpy podcasts.
Oh, we should just change the name to the Grumpy Podcast.
We should do anyway. We just have a grumpy podcast and we'll just talk about the fucking state of the bloody place.
Yeah, I'm just having a quick look now. Here we go. Break up with... Oh, go away, advert. I don't want you... break up with your bad habit. 0 nicotine, no batteries, no vape, and no calories. Claim my mystery gift. No thanks. Just give me the price. There you go. The Journey Pack. Shop the Journey Pack. Yeah, £90. That 90.
Right.
For the stick, the pen. Yeah. And a selection of what looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 flavors and a cleaning kit and a notepad so you can track your habits.
Oh.
And that's just, like I say, the basic one that's, stainless steel mouthpiece. It's made of maple with stainless steel mouthpiece, or you can upgrade for 30 quid to a walnut barrel.
Oh, lovely.
With a matte black mouthpiece. Or you can buy both of them together for an extra £54. So that puts your total up to £141.09 if you bought both of them together.
Right. So But don't you have to buy something, some kind of powder or something that goes into it?
Yeah, then you have to buy the flavour. They call them flavour cores. You have to buy those as well. Yeah. So I wonder how much they are. Let's have a look.
I take it this doesn't contain any nicotine, does it?
No nicotine. It's literally... I get it from...
The hand and mouth habit.
Yeah, I get it for the hand to mouth habit thing, but it also feels like it's just a trend thing. A 3-pack of flavours is £30.
Mm-hmm.
10-pack is £71. And that's like all the flavours. What it doesn't say is how long they last. Because I'll happily spend 70 quid on 10 flavours if it's going to last me a year.
Yeah, but you may as well just suck on a biro and occasionally dip it in sherbet.
Right, I'll grab my little pen with a nice little rubbery bit on there and just...
Yeah.
Or just bite it.
So I think it's one of those things that you think, well, it might be... It could be worth a try, but you're not going to try at those prices.
I don't want to try it for nearly £100. No way. Just not a chance. Yeah, the pen on its own is £66. For the maple and stainless steel, 60 quid. And you can buy a dock, a magnetic dock for it as well. I dread to think how much that costs. 20 quid for the magnetic weighted stand. You can buy a
weighted stand for a thing that really actually does nothing.
No, for the thing that's basically going to live in my pocket.
Yeah.
The barrel is 20 quid. The toppers are £9. So where's the rest of the money coming from? They're labelled as accessories. So but yeah. Anyway, this starter pack thing is 100 quid. It's not going to happen.
No.
Yeah, and I think that's why. That is definitely why I said no. Because I'm not spending 100 quid for that.
Yeah.
No way.
I'm actually annoyed. I'm fuming.
Good one.
Yeah.
Oh.
But if you do represent that company, and you would like to send free samples. We will do we may well change our mind if you send cash. So we'll see.
If you send cash,
if you send cash and free samples,
okay.
Who knows what our review might.
Exactly, and we will do our utmost to convince our 5 viewers that it's a good idea, whether they vape or not. Just go buy a few. Why not?
Buy one.
Yeah, go to Fume and buy stuff.
Yeah, buy now.
Yeah. Whose turn is it? Is it mine?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, sure. I don't know. So this one comes from Mildly Infuriating. This is working in the living room. My wife works from home 50% of the month. Why not just 50% of the time? Anyway, semantics.
Yeah.
Any time I take a day off, she will change her schedule so she's working from home that day, even if it's a spontaneous, I'm taking a break kind of day.
Right.
I love my wife. I enjoy spending time with her. But damn it, if I'd like to be able to do stuff at home on my day off.
Yeah.
We have a home office, but she'll often choose to work in the living room or the bedroom. If I'm too loud or want to do something, she'll often get annoyed. This is especially annoying when she's clearly multitasking personal stuff while working. Like, right now, she's playing the guitar while also emailing in between songs. But God forbid I do something. Babe, I'm trying to focus right now. Go to your office then. Now, I don't live with anyone. So I do get kind of free reign of where I want to work from, but I spend most of my time in my office when I'm working. It's just a good place to focus. Mm-hmm. But even when I did live with someone and I was working at home, you work from the office.
Yeah.
Or the one thing I would probably do, because I was living with a shift worker at that point, if they were trying to sleep and I had a meeting, I would go downstairs and into the kitchen, basically maximizing the distance between them and me to minimize any risk of waking them up. But that was it. But other than that, I worked from the office space. Mm-hmm. Just what you do. So yeah, mildly I understand this one as well, and especially when he's taken an impromptu day off. He just wants some free time. He wants to do some stuff that he wants to do. He doesn't want to have to tiptoe around, the wife while she's trying to work. It's like, just go and work. All you've got to do, go and work, and I'll go, I'll make dinner, or I'll make lunch, I'll bring you tea and coffee or whatever you want to drink, and I'll go do the gardening. You work, I'll take some time for me.
Yeah.
Ruby's been in the chat. Hi, Ruby, welcome. That's the point of an office, right? To stay out of the way for daily life stuff. Exactly. That's why I try to work in my office.
Yeah.
So actually, at the end, so what I don't then do is turn my house into my whole house into the workplace, because I want to be able to finish the day, close that door, and just forget it exists.
Yeah. No, to me, this just sounds really annoying.
Yeah.
And I know it feels to me like she's an annoying woman, and
you can say annoying person, Ted. She's just an annoying person.
She's an annoying person. But I think, but she identifies as a woman. I don't see a problem with her. She's an annoying woman. So anyway, no, yeah, it just sounds really annoying. And she should probably, not do that thing where she works from home whenever he's not working. Then why is he not working? Why is he taking a day off in the middle of random days off?
Why not?
Well, yeah, why not? But also, why? I mean, especially if this is the result.
I know why.
What he should do is wait until he knows for sure that his wife has something at work that she has to be in attendance for, and then take the time off.
So
he needs to think about this.
But he's booking that time, knowing that she's supposed to go into the office because that's when she's scheduled to go in.
Yeah.
So he gets some free time.
Yeah.
And he can do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
You know, he can just have some time on his own.
Yeah.
Do whatever he wants to do.
Yeah.
But maybe he normally leaves earlier in the morning than she does. So when he doesn't, she goes, oh, that's all right. I'll just stay home today and we can be together.
Yeah. Yeah.
And deep down, like, he's probably like, yeah, like on the outside, he's like, yeah, okay, fine, yeah, no, it's good, yeah, I love you, and I love spending time with you. But on the inside, he's like, no!
Yeah. Or what he should do is, when he wants a day off, is just have an away day.
Yeah.
He should just go out for the day. What
he has to do is just say he's going to visit one of his most annoying friends to the wife, like someone that the wife doesn't like. So, oh, yeah, I'm just going to go visit Bob. And she'll be like, oh,
he just doesn't say he's got the day off.
Well, yeah.
He just goes out. He just goes out as normal, but then just spends the day with himself, just chilling, goes to the cinema.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah, go to the seaside, some fish and chips.
It's not a bad idea. Just have a nice day out.
Yeah. So that's my advice to whatever this person's called.
Yeah. Local Pop 2871.
Local Pop 2781, or whatever your name is. Yeah, just go out as normal, as if you were going to work, and just have a little day away. Have a little break.
The bit that caught my eye on this one was the first comment. It just says, uh-oh, and then a little gif of divorce court. Someone else said, well, you can talk to her. You know that, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm getting the impression from this that maybe he has, or no, actually, no, I don't think he has, and I don't think he wants to because he doesn't want the argument. He, like me, is probably conflict averse.
Yeah. It's not going to go down well, is it? If he says, listen, every time I have a day off, you seem to work from home.
Yeah.
And then you're just there.
Please.
No, don't have that conversation. Don't have the conversation. Book a day off. Don't tell her. Just have the day off.
Yeah. Hey, wifey. You know, I love you dearly, and you know, I love being around you, and you know, we've been married for however long, and you know, but for the love of God, can you just let me have some time to myself, please?
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm asking for. Just fuck off. It sounds like the two of you have a communication issue. Yeah, she sounds like a control freak. Everybody likes a bit of alone time, and I'd be super annoyed if she needs to learn boundaries. A mix of, you know, there's actually a few, you know, either side of the fence there. You know,
yeah,
you have communication issues, therefore it's your fault, or she's just a control freak, so it's her fault.
Yeah, I mean, this is his fault. He's not thinking. He's not thinking about it. He's not carving out some time for himself.
No, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, he needs to get himself a. I don't know. I just go and sit in the car somewhere. Chill.
I can just imagine it. He'll get up and he'll like get ready for work, and he'll just go, get in the car and just literally just drive around the corner and just be like.
Sometimes men just want a bit of peace and quiet. They just want to sit.
We as men love it when our significant others go out for a girls' night out, or just go out anywhere, because we get what is known as free time.
Yeah,
it's where we have some free time, but we don't have to ask for it, so it doesn't cost us anything, and we don't owe anything. It's free time, and we like free time. We can sit in our underwear and watch TV, or we can do the housework if we feel like it. Or we can play games, or just sit on the phone and scroll through Facebook or LinkedIn or, Insta Twitter. Sometimes that's just what we need.
Yeah, or none of those things. Or maybe just sit there thinking about, what it'd be like if animals could drive or something.
Have you ever just sat? Go on, sorry.
Yeah, just that kind of thing. Like sometimes that's what's needed. Just a bit of time to yourself to ponder.
Have you ever
or not ponder?
Have you ever just sat on the sofa and just done nothing? Not even put the TV on. Just sat there and just glazed over and just and suddenly you realise it's 2 hours later, and you're like, what was I even thinking about for 2 hours? Happened to me a couple of times.
Yeah, no, I can do that. I can sitting at the end of the bed, just do that for a bit.
Yeah, just contemplate life for a few minutes.
Yeah.
20 minutes later, you're like, oh, I've got to go to work. Never mind.
Oh yeah, I mean that's how it normally works. Normally sit there thinking, oh, I've got plenty of time.
That happened to me yesterday.
Oh shit, I'm running late now.
That happened to me yesterday.
Yeah.
I mean, I forgot to set my alarm anyway. I went to Birmingham yesterday, and I was supposed to get up at 5, and I'd forgot to set my alarm, and I ended up waking up at like 7:30 or something. And I was like, oh, I'm late. And then I just sat on the bed for like 20 minutes. Just like, it was like there was this one problem of I've gotten up late, and I know I'm going to be late into the office, or later than I wanted to be into the office, so I'm going to struggle to park anywhere. And it's like there's just so much of that hits me at once. I just go blank. And the next thing I know, it's 20 minutes later. I'm like, oh, I should go for a shower then. Okay.
Yeah.
It's that realization that there is nothing I can do about this situation except carry on.
Yeah, I can't just wake up and then immediately go in the shower and then immediately get ready, and immediately get dressed and immediately go out. It doesn't work like that. There has to be that period of time where I sit there doing nothing, just coming to terms with being alive.
Yeah.
That's important.
Is that coming to terms with the disappointment of being alive?
Just coming to terms with like the day, really.
Yeah.
Just, right. Okay. Decide that really. Just a bit longer. That's what she said.
Oof.
Yeah. Yes. Right. Should we finish with? Should we finish with one from me?
Yeah. Sure.
That's what she said. Well, I've got the wrong thing open. Hang on a minute.
I noticed.
That's all right. I'm guessing there. This is not the day of slick. Hang on. Oh, here we go. This one's a bit of fun, possibly.
I mean, I've just read the title and I'm intrigued already.
You read the title and you're intrigued, and the title of this one is. Why does he only have sex with me on the couch? Okay, so I am F45, female 45. Mm-hmm. I recently started a semi-casual sexual relationship with a guy, male 44. We met about 4 months ago, went out a couple of times before we decided to get intimate about 3 weeks ago. What?
That's commitment right there.
We met 4 months ago, went out a couple of times before we decided to get intimate about 3 weeks ago. Basically,
they were talking over text message and they went out a couple of times for like 3 months.
Right.
Before they finally got intimate.
Yeah, okay. Neither of us are ready for a relationship. So we decided to do friends with benefits.
No such thing. Anyway, carry on, sorry.
Okay, well, no. I'm going to pause there. What do you mean, no such thing?
No such thing as friends with benefits. There's always emotions involved. Always. Certainly from my experience. Yeah. I've never done a friends with benefits thing.
Yeah.
Just because I just don't think I ever could.
Neither of us are ready for a relationship, so we decided to do friends with benefits. Everything's so good so far, but I noticed when I go over there, we only have sex on his living room sectional couch. Sectional couch.
Very fancy.
Yes, never his bed. It's been 3 times now. I've seen his room and bathroom. I don't see signs of a woman. I don't see signs of a woman. I just never experienced this before. Why would a man choose to only have sex on the couch? Does this mean I'm not worthy of the bed? I don't want to mention it since we're casual. Well, do you know what? I was going to say dear. That sounded a bit woman. We haven't got the name for her.
Person.
So, right, okay, female 45.
Yeah.
You do realise that, you're saying, well, it's casual, and then complaining that, and then worrying about whether or not you're going to his bed or not, and then writing to Reddit about it. Yeah, it's either one thing or it's the other. And the fact of the matter is, yeah, it is casual, and it sounds to me like it's more casual for him than it is for her.
Very couchual.
Couchual. Good night.
I don't like it. I regret it immediately. Yeah. Maybe he thinks that the bed is a more intimate place. And also, actually, if you're just friends with benefits, he probably doesn't want you to stay the night.
Well, this is the first thing that I thought. I thought, well, yeah, if you go to bed,
maybe
she might just sort of roll over and get comfortable.
Maybe he's like,
what he wants.
I just don't want to cuddle afterwards. And if we're in bed, there's a high risk that you'll want to cuddle. Some people aren't into that. Some people don't want that.
Well, yeah, fine, but I don't even think it's a cuddling thing. I think it's a hanging around thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you do it on the couch, can we just say sofa? If you do it on the sofa, then once they're done, it's kind of, they're not going to sit there on the sofa naked. So naturally, they're going to get dressed again. And then, well, what then? Maybe a cup of coffee and then bugger off?
Yeah. PUFO.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, the whole thing is silly. She started a casual relationship. I'm sure she wasn't setting out to get a casual relationship. No. But they decided that it was going to be just friends with benefits.
Yeah. Neither of us are ready for a relationship, so we decided to do friends with benefits.
Yeah, what a coincidence.
Feels like, based on that short paragraph description, that she was actually ready for a relationship and was ready to commit, because she wants to go to the bedroom. But then again, it may be a case of actually, I mean, yeah, I think the sofa's a weird place. If you never go into the bedroom, but like I say, again, it might be that he just doesn't want that. He feels that is a next step in commitment, taking it to the bedroom. I don't know.
But I mean, the next step in commitment is not something they want.
No,
they want. I would say that it's probably going to run its course now.
Yeah,
because she probably wants more than he does.
I was going to say, I feel like she's more emotionally invested than he is. Like I say, he's happy just to do his thing and then brag to his mates.
Yeah. Well, you're making assumptions he's bragging to his mates. Perhaps if he was bragging to his mates, he would be showing a bit more commitment.
Maybe, yeah.
And he'd want to around a bit more.
I don't know.
At least in his bed.
I don't know. Maybe.
My theory, by the way, on this is, you said, well, she was looking for a relationship, and now she's just saying she isn't looking for a relationship.
Yeah.
My theory is that both of them may be looking for a relationship, and people do look for relationships, and people do want relationships, and it's not whether or not they want a relationship, it's whether or not they want a relationship with that person.
Yeah,
so
true.
It's not about their intentions generally. It's about their who they're actually basically in front of at that particular time.
Yeah, I get it.
And that obviously can change it.
Yeah, like I say, I think she's just more emotionally invested than he is.
Yeah.
I think that's a simple... again, based on this very short description, I think that's where that one is. But she doesn't want to admit that. She doesn't want to admit that she's more emotionally invested. But that's just me. Anyway, so what are some of these comments?
The comments. The first comment, basically the comment that I would have made and did, maybe he's afraid if he takes you to bed, you'll want to sleep over.
Yeah, that's what we said, yeah.
Yeah. I think so too. Or that's where his camera is.
Is that where his camera is? I love it.
Oh dear. Or his wife.
Or his wife.
Yeah.
I knew a guy who used the camera facing his... I knew a guy who used the camera facing his couch, said it was because his front door was that way, true, but for nefarious purposes, so gross.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, that would make sense, but it's not the case because 2 of our hookups were midday. I prefer to spend the night.
I prefer not to spend
the night either.
And tell him that?
I don't know. It sounds like a bit of cope. But anyway, whether or not she would prefer to spend the night doesn't make any difference. He just wants her to not have that option.
Yeah. But it goes back to, if it's bothering her, she should say something. You know, and she can make it clear. She's like, I'm not looking to stay the night. I just feel like the bed would be more comfortable for us.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's go to the bed.
Yeah. Yeah, might just be a lack of communication. Why hasn't she said, should we just go to bed?
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that's going to go very well. I mean, it doesn't make any difference. She'll just continue going around and being on the couch.
Yeah. If she's happy with that relationship overall, that's what she'll keep doing. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, like I say, if she's not happy with it, she just needs to say something.
Yeah. But anyway, she went to Reddit, she asked the question, why? And we know why. Because he doesn't want you to stay. Dun, dun, dun.
There you go.
There's your answer.
There is the answer.
So, what have we learned tonight?
We learned, actually, or I learned something, and I haven't actually shared it. But I did learn something before the show.
Yeah.
And that is, if you put the film in a film camera wrong, and it doesn't move the film forward when you're taking photographs, you actually end up with a really interesting piece of art.
Really?
Where the film is just constantly overexposed or exposed multiple times. And you actually end up with a really interesting piece of art that looks a little bit like this.
Oh.
Just multiple photos laid over the top of each other. I think that looks quite good. That's a nice little... I'd actually have that printed and put on a canvas and stuck up on my wall.
Yeah. I
kind of like that. But anyway, I feel like that's a nice place to...
Yeah.
So go on, you're about to say something.
No, I was just going to say something kind of similar, which was I remember a video camera. I think it was a old CCTV camera, and when you played it, it had burnt into the camera, and therefore on the screen was the scene of a pub or the inside of a pub, because that's what it was trained on for so long.
Yeah.
And people often say, oh, they see sort of ghostly things in pictures and whatnot. And very often it could be just something like that.
Yeah.
But it's interesting because that was where you get things like, because I don't know whether that was burnt into the camera or the monitor, because the monitor was part of the unit.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, we don't anymore, but we used to have screensavers.
Yeah.
And the whole purpose of a screensaver was to keep it moving so it didn't sort of burn the
screen,
burn the image, basically.
Yeah.
But yeah, that'd be fun to find some more examples of shit like that. and put it on the screen in future episodes. So
yeah, maybe not.
Yeah,
that's what. Not what I mean. Maybe. Yeah, we should do that.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said maybe not. We should do that.
Yeah. You were just being curmudgeonly. That was all.
Yeah, I was just. Yeah. My mouth was opening without my brain engaging, which happens more often than not these days.
You know what? If it is going to happen, it's going to happen at something approaching 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, so 1 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday. Yeah.
Do you know what? Talking at 1 o'clock on a Saturday morning, I've got to say, right? I've got to say, if anybody's still out there actually watching, please do remember in future to stay in the chat and have your say. Because otherwise it gets a little bit lonely here. Just the
really does.
It would be nice to hear from you.
Yeah. Basically, what Ted is saying is he's bored of my face and my voice, and he wants you guys to comment so I can just stop talking for a little while.
I wasn't saying that. I was just saying.
Well, I can read between the lines, but it's good.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, that's fine. But anyway, there is always an opportunity because you can get into the comments section below. Whenever you're watching this, not only that, but you can also DM. You can DM me at Ted James Media, or you can email the show at
TJ and Ted at thetuesdayshow.co.uk.
Yeah. So it just leaves us to say until next week. Hopefully everything technically works. Goodbye.
Farewell, everybody. Have a great evening. Love you all, and